Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at celebrating birthdays, but mostly we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And my name is Benj.
And it just so happens that today, Benj, is your birthday. Happy birthday, Benj.
Thank you.
I feel like there should be like a soundtrack that I can press that's like kazoos and those sound maker things that you have at birthdays that you really don't see anymore.
What do you mean anymore? Have you ever seen them?
I saw them in movies. When's the last time you watched a movie and they had one of those things that like you?
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of like an asthma test.
Yeah, I don't
see which kid has asthma at the party.
I don't even know if I've ever seen one actually in movies.
I feel like I've used one once as a kid.
I feel like it's just one of those things that like exists.
Yeah,
because like if you ever go into like Party City, you see them.
Like if we went down to Party City today, do you want some of these for your birthday?
No.
Oh well, that's a bummer. But
because you see, there's a reason that they're not used. They're annoying.
Well, they're annoying, and like I said, like I imagine there was more than one birthday party back in like the 80s and 90s, and
see what
the kid passed out from because he has asthma.
What I expect. Like if someone wants to like surprise me with like like when you go into a surprise party and everyone just like yells, like no one wants that.
No, they don't.
I want you guys to all be playing in an orchestra. So I walk in and it's just orchestral music.
So you have to like make very specific friends with this plan in mind.
Everyone needs to play an orchestra instrument.
I imagine like later on you're like making friends based on what instrument they play. Do you play violin? Oh, we've already got 3 of those. Yep. I've already got 3 of those.
I don't need a 4th string.
Do you have a sister or a brother that's like a pianist? Because this birthday I was really hoping for a piano sound when I walked in.
Just like going, I need the cymbals. This is still a missing instrument.
Cymbal. Every band has a cymbal player. He's like the kid who like wanted to be in band.
It's like he hits it once.
Yeah. Like
you can't be unmusical, because that was my problem. I'm unmusical.
As am I.
So it's like I wasn't allowed to do jobs like that because it required like keeping the beat through the whole song.
Yeah, like I had real trouble playing the recorder in music.
Yeah. But like the cymbals, like you think, oh, that's the easiest job because you hit it once towards the end of the song. But that means that the whole song, you have to be keeping the beat so you know when to hit the cymbals.
It's true.
It's not easy.
Yeah, like you get the cymbals wrong once, you get kicked out.
Yeah. Like it's because everyone knows when you hit it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. you derail the whole concert. But that's not the point. The point is today's your birthday. You no longer get to write age 30 on your drawings anymore.
No, I do not.
Age 31 from this point on.
Yep, that's how time works.
In your newfound aged wisdom, do you still find it weird that you and I sit together every week and do kindergarten level drawings or worse?
Nope.
Yeah, me either.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean by weird.
I mean, it is like if you told certain people this, they'd be like, "Oh, let me see." Most people I tell, they're like, "Oh," and that's it.
Yep,
that's the end of the conversation. This person is wearing a glove, like a Mickey Mouse glove.
Yeah, I mean, as people of the channel know, whenever the title has the word day in it.
Yeah, we're just drawing birthday. I don't even know if we said that. Did we say that?
I don't know.
It's your birthday, Benj. Yay, birthday. And then we went off on some tangent about an orchestra, but we're drawing birthday today, not Mickey Mouse stick figures.
Yeah. But yeah, so every time that the title has the word day in it, I draw calendar people. And I don't really like ever look at what I drew the first time with the calendar people, so who knows if this is what they looked like.
I mean, these do look like calendars.
But like, where was the month on the bottom to top? They definitely had a number.
I mean, I could look it up.
No, it's not. it's not gonna.
Yeah, this is pure art. Sure, you might have drawn calendar people one way in the past, but today calendar people might be different.
Yeah, and then like people might be like, "Oh, you did it wrong."
Yeah, but there is no wrong because today it's a new day, a new art style, and that's just how it's gonna be. This is what calendar people look like.
Yep, like
on
this
their
one
birthday.
wears 2 different shoes on birthday.
Yeah, it's a calendar thing. Plus, like, what have you ever seen 2 calendars that look the same?
Yes.
It's like, oh, never mind then. All I mean is that there's a lot of different, like, sure, like you go to the store and you look in the calendar aisle and there's like 2 of the same calendar and one, but like that's not what I mean.
That's what I meant.
I mean, there's a lot of different calendars. So some have the month at the top, some have it on the bottom.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna attempt something here.
Personally, I think if you're a calendar person, you'd feel kind of self-conscious if you had like a word written across your bottom and people are like looking at your bottom to try to figure out what month you are.
Oh yeah, I mean I can
like if I had the choice of having something written on my forehead or written on my bottom, I'd probably choose forehead. But that's just not how some of us are born. Some people they stare at people's foreheads, like bald people. Some people stare at their bottoms.
Yeah.
Like
you don't get to choose where
like
people stare.
Yeah, you don't. It's just how you were born. Which brings us back to birthday, which means this wasn't unrelated entirely.
Unfortunately, I guess it wasn't.
Okay, so are we talking like they're gonna be celebrating someone's birthday, like with a cake and candles and like happy birthday, little.
Well, no, this is the actual day of birth for a calendar person.
See, that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah.
Or like we're gonna get to see how calendar people are born.
So I don't remember what I said before about calendar people. Yeah, I really should have done some research on my own lore.
But like, yeah, calendar people.
But this one is a female, so it's gonna have hair. That's how it works, right?
I mean, this is just maybe we're just expounding on the calendar world.
Yeah, but there is something. I guess the hair is allowed to go behind the head.
I think typically it does on women.
Well, on like humans.
Well, yeah, but these are your creations.
But we'll allow it also.
These are your
on the calendar people.
We'll allow it. So like they came to us and we're like, can we wear our hair?
It's like a major part.
Yeah, but that's just how calendar women are. It's kind of like 2 giant eyebrows stuck on top of their head.
You would think that this is the front and with bangs, but it's not. This is the back. She's reaching.
Well, yeah, because you got to be able to see the.
Yeah.
I don't know, the back of the head.
But I think
is she giving birth? Because if she is, I don't know what's happening. I
think what I said is that the males give the number. And the females give the month.
See, we can't see what month she is because she's turned away from us.
Well, she's going to be April. And it's I don't know. I think that's how people
sort how April. These people do it.
Yeah.
You get the point. But wait, I don't understand. Why is he holding up the baby?
Yeah. So
I thought it was just giving birth. Where's the umbilical cord?
This is like a calendar on the wall. And they just come over and like rip it off the wall.
Oh, that's birth in the calendar world.
And then it comes to life.
Oh,
and then you got over here.
That'd be really easy to remember, like what day or how old somebody is, because they literally have the day and the month that they probably the year that they were born, like on them from that point on.
And then you got like a cake over here, but it's like a calendar cake.
See, this is the thing I think modern human society is missing. We have cake on every birthday except for the day they're born.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is
there's
weird.
a lot of people like waiting in the waiting room sometimes at the hospital. Like they should get cake for having given up a day just to like. See, here's the other thing. Like most people, I feel like who are giving birth don't want a bunch of people around.
Right.
So really, the people who are in the waiting room, they're like selfishly doing it for themselves. So like, they should at least get themselves a cake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna just like hang out in the waiting room and insist that the woman who just gave birth eventually comes out and sees you and shows off, you know, what just what was just born, who was just born, then you should be eating a cake.
Next time I go to someone's birth, which is rare,
really rare. Like last time I was years ago.
Like you don't even go because like you said, no one wants you there. I think the only time I've really ever gone is like if it's like a friend and the wife is like, it's like a really long.
Yeah, I've gone for cousins
like
and nieces and nephews, like in the waiting room.
Yeah, I don't even know if I have done that for like any of them. But like if the wife is like, it's a really long labor and the husband's just real bored.
Yeah, like he come out and have some cake.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, nobody has. The wife doesn't have to know he's out in the waiting room eating cake when she's, you know.
It's been the 12th hour of labor.
Yeah, like he's hungry. He can't say he's hungry. And like, what are you gonna? That's why hospitals have vending machines. But what they really need is like a cake vending machine. You know, like those fancy vending machines that like make a pizza. You should have a cake vending machine that like makes you a cake. Whatever kind of cake you want. Right. It like puts the different layers of, you know, like chocolate or vanilla cake, and you choose the frosting, and they can have a message on the top like, hurry up in there, written on the top of the cake. Push harder and faster at the same time. Yeah. On top of the cake. Yeah. And then like every 6 hours you have to wait, you're allowed to get another cake. Because, you know, after like the first 26 minutes the cake is gone because everybody likes cake, and then they sit there and they wait another 5 hours and 36 minutes 34 minutes based on what anyway, and then they get another cake, and this vending machine is just like it's like smoking, and you know, like the vending machine company has to like come and replenish it like 3 times a day because there's not just one person giving birth in a hospital. Right. And there's lots of people in the waiting room. What are you supposed to do? Like, you sit on your phone. People are nervous. People eat when they're stressed. If you're stressed because somebody in there is giving birth, you want to eat a cake.
Yeah, nothing better to eat.
Although this won't work in the calendar world because birth happens just like instantaneously.
Just pulled off the wall.
Wait, but does this also mean that like they have 365 children every calendar? Like, you can't buy just a calendar that has like 2 days on it.
No, like they don't go and take off like this. It doesn't look like it, but this is like outside. Here, let me draw this like wall here.
I'm just gonna.
So yeah, I guess I didn't portray
as a real straight wall
correctly. Well, it's not really straight. It's so like this is like what do we call this? The birth and wall.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
that'd
like
be so creepy.
Like everyone
in
comes,
the human world.
Like everyone comes to the same wall, and it's their turn because he's 12 and she's April, and they got married. So now they come, like because it's their turn.
Their kid.
Yeah, and they rip it off the wall, and then they raise the kid to be a good day.
This is
so like every bad day you've ever had, it's because the parents didn't raise their kid well.
Man, this brings up a whole lot of questions about the calendar world. Like, if you adopt a kid, like everyone knows.
Yeah,
because like it's like it's not the say it right month.
No, yeah, it's very obvious when anything like that happens.
Is there like I don't know how to word this properly, so maybe I just won't. But like, this seems really boring.
You want excitement?
I just saying, like, if this is how you get your kid. It's really boring.
I think women might appreciate the boringness.
Yeah, but I guess if that's okay, fine. There's no like birth and pains, I suppose. But yeah, it's just it seems.
Well, it's exciting. That's why there's cake here.
That's why there's cake. Okay, yeah. That explains why they have cake in their world because they're not doing any waiting.
Yeah, they just come up.
They're like, oh, now we got a kid.
Go over and eat some cake.
Does the cake have their like kids like?
Yeah,
like it's a picture of
like
their kid.
A calendar with.
Like that's very nice of the Birth and Wall place that sets this up.
They put out a new cake every day, so that the family that gets that kid can come.
What if like? This brings up so many questions. It's like if there's like, what if there's not a June, like a 12 and an April that got married in town? Like, is there like a calendar orphanage that they go off to? Do they go to some like desk and just sit on the desk?
That's
calendar?
just where like adoption comes in.
Okay, that's nice, I guess.
Like it's,
and then the birthing wall people get to eat the cake.
Yeah. But like, it doesn't necessarily like. Maybe it's not always like the male has to be the number. Like maybe it could be either.
Hey, these are your rules for your calendar world.
Yeah. Well, but I made up some rules earlier, and I don't remember what they are. So. I don't want to like contradict myself too badly.
I can't help but notice, like I'm looking at what looks like his face and her reaction to what's happening. She's either really eager to hold their baby for the first time, or he's like ready for another kid, and she's like, "No, stop, stop!" And she's like reaching out to like stop him from tearing it off.
My envisioning was that she was eager.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's something about the way he's just like casually staring at her though, and she's like lunging.
Okay, well, see, here's the thing.
Like he doesn't look happy about it. He looks concerned.
They don't have eyelids or mouths, so it's like, where are you getting these emotions?
It's amazing how much expression you get from the eyes and the number 12, and that one gloved hand of hers.
Like you assume that 12 is an emotion somehow.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot I don't understand about the calendar world. Yeah. They don't have mouths, so how do they eat?
Well, they talk. I mean, they can talk and eat.
How? Where does it come from?
It's just on them.
It's like written
like they don't
out?
have to eat very much. They're like paper thin. Like, I mean, how much do you have to eat?
I mean, they're gonna eat a whole cake here in a minute. I'm just wondering how they're gonna do it.
It's a pretty small cake.
Like they don't have mouths. So they just absorb it?
Yeah.
Like a piece of paper?
Like how paper would.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's normal. It's perfect.
I'm going to stop thinking of questions because every question I think of, I worry that there's an answer for. Yeah. Birthday.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Every time you do one of these calendar people drawings, there's just more questions than answers that come up. Oh, look at that. It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
There's a 1.
Yeah.
After that 3.
I'm no longer just a 30-year-old.
You're getting closer and closer to Jesus' age.
Yep. 33, the prime age of man.
According to Aristotle.
Yep. The great decider of age and man.
Yep, that's who we decided gets to decide.
Yep, we all agreed.
Yeah. Well, he's just like the first dude to say anything about it.
He's just like, he just came up with a random number. He's like, 33 is prime age of man. I think so. You're not too old. You're not too young.
Yep. Everyone's like,
okay.
Yeah,
fine.
okay, if you say so, Aristotle.
I agree with you.
I don't have any reason to disagree or agree.
I mean, with how much de-evolution and decomposing we've done over the years, I feel like it's probably like not 33 anymore. But
probably not. It's probably like 3.
Yeah.
But, that's okay. Thanks for showing us how calendar people are born.
Yep, you're welcome.
And now it's my turn to draw a birthday.
I'm mostly saying you're welcome because I could have made it So much worse.
I'm glad I didn't have to watch a calendar give birth today because that would have ruined my whole year.
Yes. Let's see what you ruined for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not too sure.
Hopefully it's not the whole year.
Yeah, there's no promises. All right, so birthday. The real trick with drawing birthdays is the level of disturbing you choose to you choose to go.
Very true.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even with our poor drawing skills, and maybe even more so with our poor drawing skills, you don't like want to draw birth. Like you have that Lego book, the Lego Bible.
It's not a book that I kept, but I looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had it in your hands once, and you showed it to me.
I did. It was
at the Goodwill.
It was quite a thing. That
there's yeah, like it had Lego people giving birth, and you don't want to see that. No one wants to see that.
No, we didn't.
This isn't an ad for you people watching this to go look up the Lego Bible.
No, it's not. But just know that in the Lego Bible, there was Lego people giving birth.
Yeah,
as you might picture that in your head.
Yep, and you don't want to picture.
You
that
don't
in your
want
head.
to picture that in your head.
And we don't want to like we bring you a lot of disturbing things on this show.
A lot more than we probably want to care to admit.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like there should be some limit, like at least a little bit.
I try. We do. See, it might not seem this way sometimes based on how absolutely disturbing some of our drawings turn out to be. But we do have conversations about like, so how are you going to draw the umbilical cord of a calendar? No. We shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like there's limits, and then what we do draw turns out to be arguably more concerning.
Yeah. Sometimes you draw a line and wasn't supposed to be there, and things become worse than you ever were thinking.
Let's not think too much about some of those lines. Some of you have seen those lines. Some of you have not, because of the wonders of editing. Yeah.
Yep.
See, we've talked.
You would think that we don't edit things with how horrible our stuff is, but there's times.
There are times when the moral code of this show shows itself in the shadows.
I've been sitting here while Isaac yells, Benj, what do I do? How do we get rid of this? And you guys don't see that every time. Sometimes we leave it in. Sometimes we decide we can leave it in.
Yeah. There's that time of reflection that we have to have.
Sometimes I edit it out.
But very rarely, because we don't believe in changing the pureness of art.
Yeah, we avoid it at all costs, but there's things, that shouldn't be on the internet.
I mean, not that any of our stuff
it should
on the internet, but you know how it goes.
So are you drawing boxes?
No, there's more to it than that.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a box giving birth to a box.
Now that you say that, when you ever opened a box and there's like another smaller box inside?
Yeah, so you're saying that was it giving birth?
It's like you doing a box C-section.
Oh, how unfortunate thinking.
From now on, I want you to think about it like that. And you're like, where's the scalpel? I mean, the box cutter. And someone's like, I got a rusty pair of scissors. And you're like, it'll have to do. Quick, sanitize something. And you probably don't say that part.
Yeah.
But
if you want to know something disturbing, look up the origins of the chainsaw. We won't.
Man, why you got to bring that up? Because now people are going to look it up. Just know it has to do with...
I said if you want to know something disturbing.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
No, but there's people out there.
I mean, honestly, in context, you don't have to look it up. You probably know.
Yeah, it has to do with birth.
Yeah. It has to do with directly what Isaac was talking about.
It has to do with opening boxes.
Yeah, exactly. That's why chainsaws were invented. so you could open boxes easier.
Yeah. Let's just never talk about this again. This part of the robot's quite interesting.
Yeah, what? Like, are those antennas?
They are now.
It's like a Pikachu headed.
Yeah, and it changed.
Box
It
robot.
got a lot more interesting looking there. Anyway, that's just a robot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a baby bot. It's kind of like that. What was that dinosaur in Barney? Baby Bop?
Yep.
Yeah, but it's nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, time for Papa Robot. That's Mama Robot. In fact,
is it?
what does a pregnant robot look like? Like an expectant mother.
But isn't she like a holding? Like,
Yeah, but like
does the box?
they
separate?
still put on weight. It's like a thing. They know their baby's on the way.
See, now I'm thinking it should have like a door that she just like pulled the box out of. Like,
There. No, you think like it was like in like
she brought the box to the house and then took it out of her door
okay.
that she has.
I can go
I
with
mean, it's perfectly normal for robots to have storage
yeah,
compartments.
like if you were a robot.
Why wouldn't you have a storage compartment?
Yeah, and you have like extenders on it. That's what these things on the side are.
Yeah.
For when you have a really big thing. Like if you had the option when you're like carrying groceries into your house of just opening up a door on your abdomen.
Yeah. And then just like expanding the space.
I mean, I think more what we think of is like when it's wintertime and you have like a hoodie on with one of those like huge pockets in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I bet I could get at least 6 pudding cups in there so I don't have to carry. I bet I can get a whole 2
I thought you were
liter.
gonna say like I could get at least 3 babies in there.
I mean, think about the moms who have like those things on them that like they strap the baby to them. So
Yeah.
they're like a wannabe kangaroo mom.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a robot, you have like modular abdomens.
Right.
You know, like you
Yeah.
got like your baby carrying abdomen and your grocery carrying abdomen and your like
Are
slim down
in your robot
date
world
night abdomen.
is the difference of like men and women like are the women robots the like carrier delivery robots and the
No, I
and the
mean,
male
like I said,
robots
they're
or
very modular.
some
So
other
like,
job?
there's certain things about male robots that are way different than the female, which you'll see here momentarily. But I support an overall modular view of robots. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Like how our equipment should be.
Yeah, like
How nice would it be if our phones were modular?
we've talked about this for years.
Yeah. And I get like there's phones that come out that are like too modular to the point that like they don't pass the drop test anymore and stuff. But like I just want it to be as modular as they used to be. You know, user removable batteries.
How nice would it be nowadays if like your super powerful phone with a battery that's like inevitably going to die if you use it for anything real?
Yep.
You could just be like, oh, especially like you're out on like vacation or something. You don't want to like, now people have to haul around like these giant batteries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They could just be like, oh, well, I'm just going to switch in the new battery for the rest of the day.
Right.
Like that would make so much sense.
And like, I mean, because phones nowadays have lost so many features. You know, like I remember not too long ago when you bought like the new phone, the thing was to have extra features. You know, it was like, oh, not only does this phone have the USB port and the auxiliary port, it also has an IR blaster and like all,
control
you know,
your
and it would just
TV
be
with,
like, it's just like
without needing an app.
Yeah, exactly. They were just like, here's all these things, you know, that the phone can do. And now it's like, no, you get one cord on your phone.
And it doesn't come with the phone.
And it doesn't come with the phone. And if you ever remove the battery, the warranty's gone.
Yeah, and it might explode.
Yeah.
So just never.
Don't even do it. And also you would need to unglue the screen and the battery to even
like
try.
why do they make? I mean, I know the real reason why they do it is so they can just sell you a new phone. But like, come on. Can you see the main difference between a male robot and a female robot?
Is it the French mustache?
It is the mustache. Yes. Yeah, you can't buy the female robots don't have an attachment.
Right. Yeah. There's no mustache attachment spot.
They have most of pretty much everything else is modular, but
there's no mustache ports.
Yeah, there's a lot more like hair ports on a male. Like he's got some like arm hair ports,
but like they can choose how much hair they have. There's just like spots for it, like holes that they can put hair in.
Yeah, like the male robot still, this one's choosing to have some like underarm hair.
Yeah.
Just plugs in.
There's a saying in the robot world, hair covers them all.
It's like a sign, like you're masculine.
Yeah.
You know, like Chuck Norris in the 70s. But not that gross.
Right.
Because it's still a robot. It's like synthetic.
Yeah,
they're not getting.
It doesn't get sweaty and greasy.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Gross.
It's like always.
Yeah.
Unless you like sprung like an oil leak or something.
Right.
But anyway, he's upset, as you can see by those lines of.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he looks like he's smiling and raising his hands up in excitement.
He's happy, and you'll see why in a second. You'll see why.
I thought you said he was upset.
He is, but he's showing two emotions simultaneously.
Oh, okay.
He's in transition from one emotion to the next.
Right. Gotcha.
Because he's upset because he's missed. You know, if you've ever watched a movie, I don't know how much this happens in real life. Like, I feel like it happens in real life every once in a while, like 100 years or so. Like, how often does a parent, like a father, really miss the delivery of their baby?
Well, I mean, every time they're busy at work doing that important business meeting.
Yeah, see, that's what movies would have you believe.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
With all their important business meetings that they have.
Always are having business meetings.
Yep. That actually matters. See, in real life, have you ever had a business meeting that like mattered? Like that you couldn't just like skip out on?
Especially
and nothing would change?
See, I have had meetings, but no meeting that would have been like, I'm ruined if I don't. Yeah. Especially if my reason for leaving the meeting is like, I'm sorry, fellas, and everyone, you know, like my wife is about to give birth to my child.
Right, yeah.
And they're like, if you don't sit down and finish this meeting, then we're out. And then you're like, well, I guess I better stay.
Yeah.
You know,
I
want to be able to provide for my family, and for some reason, this one meeting with these jerks is what counts.
Your entire company rides on this one meeting.
Yeah, that's what they'd have you believe.
And these people would rather you be there than at your wife's
birth thing.
I said wife, but I realized I couldn't. I didn't know what to say.
Her delivery of your child.
Yes.
Her push.
That's what it's called. The push day.
That's the husband's job.
Yeah.
He's like the coach. Push. Push.
I don't think.
Breathe.
I don't think any wife wants the husband to say any of those things.
Yeah, but as we established earlier, the husband's going to get bored.
Yeah.
He's going to start trying to help. He's going to start trying to fix it because he's getting so bored. It's like 10 hours. I've already had 3 different cakes from the waiting room. But I'm getting tired of cake. They didn't have milk. Like,
get this over with.
Yeah. He comes through the door with his whistle and tracksuit on.
Cake full in his mouth.
Yeah. Crumbs all over, frosted dripping down his chin. And you get he's got that face on it, look on his face when you've like eaten too many sweets and like feeling a little ill. He's just push, come on. Yeah, and the nurses are like looking at him like, what the heck happened to this man?
Yeah.
And the wife's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I imagine. Anyway, he's upset because he missed the delivery.
Yeah.
My robot man, but that's okay. It's okay. Now you're gonna know where this came from. I think.
I mean, everyone. I'm sure everyone. Like I already know.
It's from the movie.
Yeah.
You want to explain while I write? Because it's hard to talk and write, and then you make mistakes, and we don't erase.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is from the movie Robots.
Yeah, it's a great joke.
You'll see the joke once Isaac finishes writing it, but it's one of those jokes where like this movie came out when we were in like junior high, I think. So it's like we were just old enough to get the joke.
Yeah.
And it's the only part of the movie that either of us remember.
That is 100% true. It is the only part of this movie I remember is this joke. I'm sure the rest of the movie's funny. It's got Robin Williams and stuff in it, but
yeah,
really,
you should probably go watch it. It's probably worth it.
It probably is. You got kids and you want them to remember a slightly inappropriate joke from the movie. It's great.
Yeah, perfect way.
So good. But yeah, it's
like the perfect junior high level joke.
It is. It's a good joke. Yeah. I was thinking about something else because I almost drew this, but I drew this cloud over here in the corner, not just because I thought it'd be cool to have a cloud, but because of a reason. You ever think about a cloud as like there's like normal clouds and there's like pregnant clouds, right?
Okay.
You know where I'm going with this? Like you have like, look at that
I don't think I want to know.
Look at that nice normal looking cloud, and then you look at that cloud, and it's like, oh, it's angry. It's done being a cloud. It's gonna, give birth soon.
Like, do they die after giving birth?
No, they don't die. They rain a lot. It's like a big dark storm cloud. It's like 9 months. It's been a cloud,
right?
A storm cloud, and it's like it. So you think when clouds like start to rain, is it like clouds giving birth?
Like, are the rains the birth, or are they some byproduct?
No, they're the birth.
Okay.
Like, they're like a bunch of like twins.
It's like,
so like the cloud is like push. and all the babies.
There's a little non-rain cloud next to it. Yelling push.
Yeah, like a little husband rain cloud.
And then we get rained on with all the babies.
All the yeah.
I mean, I already hated going out in the rain. But thinking about it like this,
it's not like she's like angry. And there's like another. I don't know why this cloud looks so much different. But, you get the gist. She's just like kind of annoyed, but also, and he's got some frosting like on his mouth.
You've been in the cloud world.
Yeah, this is a birthday. Yeah, this is the birth of many cloud babies and the birth of a baby bot. It's a beautiful thing. Don't hate on it.
I mean, okay.
Yep.
If you say so.
I do. I do. Oh, I have to write younger than you for a little bit.
Yep. one of the things I look forward to most in the year. The weeks that I can write one number higher than you.
Yeah, you're gonna seem like the wise poor artist of the two of us, the old graying, like sage of a poor artist.
Because between the two of us, I'm the one that's graying hair.
There's no proof of the contrary. There's just you and me in a room with no cameras.
And Josh in the corner.
Yeah, Josh doesn't really talk about things though. He does look a little disturbed by my rain cloud, though. Just try not to think about it, Josh. Next time you're getting rained on.
Yep.
Think about... Yeah. I'm just gonna...
I mean, hopefully. Here's what we can hope. That no one watched this episode.
I mean, the odds are high. Right? Like, especially if they know us, they're like, birthday. It has the word birth in it.
Let's just
not watch that one.
Yeah.
Our kids are in the room.
Yeah.
I used to be a kid. Like,
I don't want
they come up with all kinds
my
of
life
reasons
to be ruined today.
But then there's going to be those expectant mothers who want a little advice. And
what advice are you going to give them then?
This is because we try not to just be artists. We try to be, especially Benj being the wise old sage here. But
I think the advice we can give best is to the husbands. Don't do anything we mentioned.
No. See, you can give that advice, and maybe that's coming from a place of age and wisdom and sagery. But I think my advice goes out to all the expectant mothers giving birth.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
You know, because your husband's putting on this video in the delivery room.
Right, yeah.
All the nurses are gathered around.
Watching.
Because they're bored.
Listening.
Yeah. He's eating his seventh piece of cake.
Yeah.
My advice to you is, are you comfortable right now? Like, do you want to be in this hospital bed in that gown? Like, I doubt this is good. When your husband comes back in, face dripping with frosting, sprinkles running down his chin, listen when he says push. Because y'all can go home as soon as you just do what he says.
I apologize for Isaac.
Like, that's real advice. Like, what did all the doctors say? Every time there's like, some like kind but stern nurse in the delivery room when the husband, isn't there because he's been stuck in a business meeting or somehow stuck in 25-hour traffic, And she's always like, all right now, dear, it's time to push. And she's like, not until my husband gets here. I'm holding it in. But the husband is there, and the husband's saying push. What's she say? Don't tell me what to do. I think like she's just push. Just push.
Yeah.
Gonna get it made up in poster form and bumper sticker. Just push. It can be hung on every delivery room nurse's car and every delivery room in. See, we haven't even gotten into the whole what kind of art we can draw for the hospitals. Hospital art's arguably as bad as hotel art. So
potentially worse.
We'll talk about that some other time. For now, happy birthday, Benj.
Thank you.
And don't forget to push.
And ignore that.
See you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.